Alright, my peoples, I am here with a comprehensive list of things that Bernie Sanders must do if he wishes to win. Now, I am officially declaring DEFCON 1. That is the biggest, most alarming spot to be at. DEFCON 1. The reason why I'm saying it's DEFCON 1 is because currently we're in a bit of a deficit right now with delegates. Joe Biden is at 75 points in Florida. Bernie Sanders is not even considered viable in Florida, which means uh, Joe Biden has a chance of getting all 215 delegates or close to it. That deficit is something we cannot overcome, especially with southern states that are going to kick in. So, I have developed a multiple throttle strategy that I'm going to break down here for you folks as to what Bernie Sanders can do to actually win this race at this point, because we've got to turn the ship around, right? We've got to figure this out. Okay, we have to change. We can't just keep doing the same thing and just hope it's going to work. So we can't just be like, oh, just keep going. No, we have to figure something out. We have to we have to alternate. We have to switch over. We have to revitalize our campaign. We have to get a new strategy. And I think Bernie's campaign knows this. I know Bernie's campaign knows this because that's literally what they're doing as we're speaking right now. So, first thing, this is the biggest thing, running advertisements. Okay, advertisements are the biggest thing. TV advertisements specifically, especially because we really need to try to peel as many boomers slash Gen Xers that we possibly can. They're all watching television. Television ads are extremely effective, and so they're already doing this. So they know what they're doing now to a certain extent, and so they're running a Social Security ad. So you should run Social Security ads in the South. And you can do this sort of all around the country, but in the more southern areas, maybe like from the middle down. So I think Social Security ads won't have as big of an effect in the more liberal areas, although it may. But I think it'll have a disproportionate effect in the South and in areas near there because there's a lot of impoverished people there, especially boomers, right? What do boomers use? Social Security. So when a boomer sees an ad of Joe Biden saying that he wants to cut Social Security, well, they're not going to be too happy about that. And we actually have proof of this. So ever since Bernie started running this again, the trends on Google, as you can see, Joe Biden's Social Security, the search term, has gone through the roof. Has completely gone through the roof. And then you see the states, Michigan, Missouri, Washington. These are all states that are going to be coming up for election. And so this is how, they're starting to get there, basically. Also Florida, Arizona, which is also two extremely crucial states. So it's proven that this is a crucial piece. Now, why the fuck was the Bernie campaign not doing this before? I don't know, but it makes me want to cry simultaneously and rage and go Super Saiyan 2 like Gohan. But anyways, so that's one ad that you can run that's really crucial. Social Security ads are fucking massive. In addition to Social Security ads, you can combine it and make it a bit of a Lollapalooza with Medicare and Medicaid as well. Because what else are old people using? Medicare. People love Medicare. Old people love their Medicare. And if you show them Joe Biden wanted to cut Medicare, it's going to help. Even if you ran just ads that showed that Joe Biden does not support Medicare for all, you would benefit. Because people love Medicare for all in the Democratic primaries, yet they're still voting for Biden overwhelmingly. So clearly they don't know what's going on, because Bernie's not telling them directly. And advertisements are the best way. Other one that he's running, NAFTA ads in the Rust Belt, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio, in that area. You want to run those ads because they obviously are very closely and deeply connected to NAFTA and the various free trade agreements. And so you run those to basically say, hey, I'm here to save your jobs. Look at what Joe Biden is doing. Now, Joe Biden carries this ridiculous. For some reason, he has this perception as this. He's the rugged guy. He's the man of the individual. He's the man of the union man and all this stuff. No, he's not. He's none of that stuff. He voted for all these free trade agreements. So that's totally bogus. But that needs to be completely shattered. But he's already doing that, which is good. And then, this one maybe is crucial, although this one and the Social Security ads are pretty damn close. This is the Obama ads. The ads where Obama is praising him. Just spam those out through the South, like everywhere. So like we have a Mississippi primary coming up. Bernie, you better be running that ad in Mississippi, bro. Like, you have to be running the ad in Mississippi. And that's because, as you guys know, a lot of these voters in the South just kind of vote based off of association with Barack Obama because he's the first black president and he's their god. And so what we have to do is basically just add that association, and I think it's fair too, because the comments made were, very positive comments. I don't necessarily like that it makes it look like it's an endorsement, but in the game we're playing right now, we kind of have to play the game, right? Is what we have to do in this situation, because the voters are not, receptive to anything else. So what we have to do is we have to spam Obama ads in the South. We just have to. We should have been doing that before Super Tuesday. Big mistake for Bernie Sanders not to do that before Super Tuesday. Extremely large mistake. I don't know why the fuck he didn't do it, because there's so many southern states on Super Tuesday, and it could have benefited us so much. But anyways, to close off the ads piece, just run a ton of ads, basically, but you targeted ads. Point out Joe Biden's Social Security in Florida and in Michigan and all these southern states, right? And then do Obama ads in the South, then do NAFTA ads in Rust Belt, Ohio, Pennsylvania, all those states, Michigan, whatnot. So, second thing I have, be less weak and be more straightforward. So, you don't have to preface all of your criticisms of Joe Biden by saying he's your good friend. You just don't have to do it. There's no reason for you to need to do that. So I don't think that's really helping your campaign much. And, I mean, certainly you're losing right now, so it's not working well, right? So I say abandon that whole thing. Be more straightforward. Be stronger. Be a stronger person. And be more straightforward. And you don't have to preface all of your criticisms with that. Number 3. Hammer Joe Biden harder than ever before. So he needs to be doing every single day. He needs to be putting out tweets. He needs to be putting out Twitter videos. He needs to be doing press conferences. All of this stuff he needs to be doing. Just basically talking about all of the flaws of Joe Biden. Also, another piece, this is kind of a sub point. You got to focus on advertising your electability. Now, for a while there, it looked like people had believed Bernie Sanders was the most likely to get electable. But it looks like that has gone away. And so you have to convince them, which you have the numbers back you, and also, explain the reasoning via NAFTA and all that stuff, why you're electable. So you have to convince them that you're electable as well. So he needs to go out there on the trail and just nonstop, just crap on Biden and have the mainstream media pick it up. Go after him, man. Call him out, dude. Like, do it. Like, hardcore, and do it nonstop. He's starting to do that a little bit. I see him posting Social Security videos and stuff like that on Twitter, which is cool now. So that's good. So I think he knows that's what he needs to do. So just hammer him nonstop. Now, the final thing that I have here is try to get some allies. Now, I don't know which allies you can really pick up, if you have any, to be honest, but it's pretty clear that in this race, allies have been the most crucial piece in terms of a campaign really sort of succeeding or not succeeding. And so you kind of need some allies. You got to figure something out to pick up some more people to really stump for you. Now, we know we have the Justice Dems, we have the Squad, which is cool, but you kind of got to get some other allies in here, like maybe someone like a Julian Castro or something like that. Not that I think that he's, anything big successful or anything like that, but just somebody with some sort of outreach, just to get some allies to kind of really have that, running for the table. It would be really cool if you could get, like a big black representative in the South, although I don't know if that is possible because they're always so conservative. But he needs to get some allies. But those are my 4 pieces of advice and strategies for the Bernie Sanders campaign to turn the ship around from what's looking like he's going to lose if nothing changes, which we can change it. That's why I'm making this video right now, because we need to change it. Bernie knows we need to change it. That's why he has changed it. So run advertisements nonstop, ad nauseum. Make sure to hammer Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Do those NAFTA ads in the Rust Belt. Do those Obama ads in the South. And then, don't be so weak. Don't be so kid-glovey. Make sure to hammer Joe Biden nonstop. And then also, try to pick up some allies, man. Allies are crucial in this race. It helps diversify the sort of the image and the coalition and everything. So that's kind of what we need to do. But those are my tips for the Bernie Sanders campaign.